So we know that Apple has the most cash overseas than any U.S. company. How big is this announcement? How significant is it for the company?
Yeah, this is very significant, and this is coming ahead of the Q1 2018 earnings on February 1st. We were initially expecting to hear more about the tax situation then, but now this morning they're putting out a press release talking about three main cornerstones of ways they're going to contribute back to the U.S. economy after this $38 billion repatriation, which is obviously, you look at the stock price right now, it's up to session highs, significant in the minds of both Apple and investors. And basically what they're doing is they're promising putting back, $350 billion into the U.S. economy over the next half decade, which is obviously a significant amount of money. And what you see what they're doing here is they're balancing out that tax break with what they're going to do. And it seems like this tax benefit for Apple is actually pushing them to do more for the U.S. economy than perhaps they would have done before this tax break went into place.
So, Mark, none of us want to just turn up our nose at $38 billion. Certainly I wouldn't. At the same time, reports from Bloomberg are they have a roughly, there are different reports, about $250 billion totally offshore. So this is actually a relatively modest portion of that entire amount. Do we expect them to bring the rest of it or a portion of the rest of it back as well?
I mean, it looks like they're starting out with this $38 billion, and then they estimate $75 billion total over the next 5 years coming back from these types of tax breaks. But in terms of the rest of the $200 or so billion and change, they haven't said anything on that yet. But I think what's really significant is they're sort of following the Amazon announcement last year about building another new campus, elsewhere in the United States. They said later this year they'll announce another new location. This will be very similar to the customer service big campus they have in Austin, Texas. We'll have to find out where the next one's going to be. They're also talking about a new center that they're building in Reno, Nevada for similar types of jobs. They're promising creation of 20,000 jobs over the next 5 years as part of the $350 billion investment into the economy. So just a wide-ranging announcement of many different initiatives coming out at once this morning.